Your future self is probably begging you to start right now because the truth is, most people massively underestimate how powerful small decisions become over time. People think changing their life requires some huge breakthrough or massive overnight success. But most of the time, your future is quietly being built by the small things you repeatedly do every single day. The problem is, when you are young, it feels like you have unlimited time, so people delay everything. They delay investing, they delay improving themselves, they delay learning skills, they delay getting healthy, and they keep telling themselves they will start later once life feels more organized or once they earn more money or once they feel more motivated, but later turns into next year and next year quietly turns into 5 years. I honestly think one of the biggest mistakes people make in their 20s is believing they are behind when in reality they are actually incredibly early. Your 20s are not supposed to look perfect. Most people are still figuring life out, building confidence, making mistakes, learning discipline, and trying to understand who they even want to become. The problem is, social media completely destroys people's perception of reality because every day you open your phone and see someone driving a luxury car, buying houses, traveling the world, or apparently making millions overnight. Meanwhile, most people in real life are stressed about rent, fuel, food, bills, and trying to survive week to week. Comparison destroys perspective, and it makes people feel like small progress is meaningless when actually small progress is usually where everything starts. Your future self does not need you to become rich overnight. Your future self just needs you to start. Start investing even if it is only a small amount. Start going to the gym even if your workouts are average. Start learning skills even if you are still a beginner. Start eating slightly better. Start waking up earlier. Start becoming more disciplined. Because the scary thing about life is that time keeps moving whether you improve or not. The days still pass. The years still pass. One day you suddenly realize you are 5 or 10 years older and either your habits built something amazing in the background or they built regret. I think people also underestimate how quickly bad habits quietly trap them. New car, finance payments, subscriptions, eating out constantly, expensive clothes, upgrading phones every year, buying things to impress people they do not even like. And suddenly they are working just to maintain a lifestyle that does not actually make them happy. Meanwhile, the people who quietly build discipline early usually create freedom later. Freedom to choose where they live, freedom to travel, freedom to spend time with family, freedom to work less, freedom to enjoy life without constantly stressing about money. That is why building wealth is about far more than just money, because real wealth is actually freedom and peace of mind. The powerful thing about starting early is that life rewards consistency more than intensity. You do not need to completely transform your life in 1 week. You just need to slowly become slightly better over and over again for long enough. Small investments become large investments. Beginner workouts become strong, healthy bodies. Reading a few pages every day becomes knowledge most people never develop. Saving small amounts becomes financial security. Everything compounds, both good and bad. That is why your future self is begging you to understand that the small habits you ignore today eventually become your entire life. Most people spend years waiting to feel motivated before they take action, but motivation is unreliable. Nobody feels motivated all the time. Discipline is what changes lives, because discipline allows you to keep moving forward even when you do not feel like it. Some days you will feel focused and inspired, and other days you will feel lazy, tired, and distracted. But if you continue anyway, your future slowly changes. The people who succeed long-term are usually not the most talented people. They are simply the people who stayed consistent long enough while everyone else kept quitting. I also think people need to stop expecting life to become easier before they start improving themselves, because honestly, life will probably always feel busy. There will always be bills, stress, uncertainty, and problems. The perfect moment rarely arrives. If you keep waiting until everything feels perfect before you take action, you will probably spend years standing still. The people who build great lives are usually the people who start before they feel ready. Imagine meeting yourself 10 years from now. Imagine the version of you who finally became healthier, more confident, financially stable, and disciplined. That future version of you would probably not care about the nights you stayed comfortable or the short-term excuses you made. They would probably just wish you started earlier because once time passes, you can never get it back. Money can return. Opportunities can return. Time never does. That is why even small action matters so much. Reading instead of scrolling for 1 hour. Investing instead of wasting money. Going for a walk instead of sitting around all night. Spending time building your future instead of constantly escaping from it. These things sound small in the moment, but repeated over years, they completely change the direction of your life. At the end of the day, your future is being built right now, whether you realize it or not. Every habit, every decision, and every routine is slowly shaping the person you are becoming. Your future self is not begging you to be perfect. Your future self is begging you to start because starting is what creates momentum, and momentum is what eventually changes everything. And if you enjoy videos about building wealth, improving your mindset, and creating a better future for yourself, make sure you subscribe because this channel is all about becoming better one step at a time.